Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Kentucky Wildcats taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wildcats offense will start this game off. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Throwing right. It's caught. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. So Georgia's offense will have its first possession of the game. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you've got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. Back to the ground with the running back. The Bulldogs have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run play action. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Georgia!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sideline. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to escape and get it himself. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Still running at the 40. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Henderson. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's straight.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Fires to the tight end. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Now from inside the red zone. Skips away from pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Now on 2nd down. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Wildcats! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. TCU escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, But I think those Horned Frog fans could have done without this one being so close. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hand off from the shotgun. On the move at the 30. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Right back to the well. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Split backs here. The run from the shotgun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Now the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Murray. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Grabbed behind the line, it's Fuller. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires deep on the run. He's got it down the left side. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Bulldogs are flying down the field. Motion from the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Makes the grab, it's Murray. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Pulls it in. Tackle is made after the first down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. He's looking to throw it. They're working that left side.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. A 1st down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Kentucky, 14.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
It's complete to the left. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll keep it on the ground. Running with power. Slithers into space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes so that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Fast motion from the offense. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They go to the draw. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The give to the left. Headed to the end zone. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Pittsburgh was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in the Steel City over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. The short hands, it's straight. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Swings it out to his running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete, and he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Pressure coming. Still looking on the move. He's going to take off. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's straight. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll try the left side. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Coming after it. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gets it out fast. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. 5 yards away from another 3rd down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's straight. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
3rd in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that 1st down, and makes the big mistake.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
1st down for the offense.
Wide out in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Catch and stride inside the 15. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Beebe. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision.
First down here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 7 over Appalachian State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Henderson. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Good enough for a 1st down.
They're going to run it. Smashes through. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dances away to buy time. Just slithered through the tackle and he's got room to run. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Got a man in the middle. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. Power football with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score.
Kentucky, 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is.
He uncorks one deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After the misfire, now on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. They'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
First down for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Second down coming up.
Brings up second down.
He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snags it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
PAT unit on the field. And it's perfect. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out.
Kentucky, 28.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? I'd go back to what was working earlier on in this one, David. To me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They're going to ride this running back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Catch in the middle. It's Fuller. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on second and goal. He's looking to throw. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. To the air on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw. He unleashes a long one. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's second and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. A strike downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Line getting set on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man quickly. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? He'll try to get it through the air. Looking for a big gain. Got his man. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're bringing heat. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The sack, and time has run out in the first half. They passed on a field goal attempt, and they'll get Zippo. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, men. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Athens. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun to give to the back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Murray. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Throws to the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Boise State.
It's complete.
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Looking at a 2nd and short now. He'll pull it on the read. At the 35, he's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And that's why it's so important offensively to practice these type plays, these RPOs, these zone reads, these option plays, and just rep them over and over and over so the quarterback is making the right decisions intuitively and quickly.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Wildcats! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
Kentucky, 35.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Here's the give off the left side. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Off play action. Caught close to the marker. It's Henderson. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 22 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He's got it. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
1st and goal, Kentucky.
With the run on 1st and goal. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's now 2nd and goal.
The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Number 29.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
63, Kentucky, 42.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the left. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Using the quick game. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Looking left. Intercepted. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Line gets set, 1st down. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll keep it himself. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On the move, he fires. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Kentucky will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Nice move to keep running. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They're up by 6 over Ohio. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Fires to the tight end. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
Brings up 4th down.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Quick strike complete. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fuller. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the 1st down at the 30. To the ground with the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Snagged in the middle. It's Murray. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Right back to him on the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third down, going up top. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
Kentucky, 42.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking to move it through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. On second down, he'll let it fly. Touchdown, Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Got it in the middle, it's Beebe. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
They'll run play action. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Now adjusting. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Caught over the middle. It's Fuller. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. The Dogs have pushed it inside the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They'll go to the ground. Oh, how did he make that move? Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Kentucky has it back and the Big Blue offense takes the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Catch in the middle, it's Ramsauer. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking it.
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
This is why, during the week, during practice, quarterbacks wear green jerseys. They don't get hit. We're not allowed to hit in practice. We get in trouble if we hit in practice. Not used to taking shots. Probably one of the reasons why he coughed up the football.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Unloads quickly. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up 14 over Illinois. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down.
At the 26-yard line.
He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Reinbold. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Makes his connection. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Street. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. From the gun, the give, looking for room.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Third down play from the gun. Grabbed over the middle, it's Reinbold. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. They'll try it on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires and picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up second down.
On the move. Powers through the defender. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Good enough.
Looking for room, it's Rasmussen. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get them 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
The give to the back. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? To the ground. He's got it again.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Offense gets set for second down. Leaves it with the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent team.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the lone running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.